My name is Uhls. I'm a math teacher here at Edgewood High School. This is now my 24th year. I first got into education when I kind of had a crisis moment in college and decided if I was going to work a job for most of my life, I better well like it. And so I switched majors and went to education, and the rest is history. Haven't looked back. Probably the best lesson I've learned from years of teaching students is they're still a work in progress. Take care of the class, do your work, be responsible, but they're still 15, 16, 17 years old, and there are many days they don't have it. They don't have 100%, and sometimes you got to acknowledge that and catch them up the next day. My math class is very painted if you ever come in and take a look at it. Years ago when we had a renovation and then we had whiteboards up, my classroom became very sterile, very white, very boring, according to my wife, who's an elementary teacher, and I knew right then I had to change it. So I decided to paint it, put some stencils up since I am a math teacher, and then it just became a yearly tradition with students left in my classroom on the senior trip, and they look forward to that day that they get to put their little mark on the wall, and it's grown now for 8 or 9 years, and it keeps it from being boring, keeps it fresh, and there's always new things to look at every year for the students. For teachers, without a doubt, we have a lot of challenges because we're a public service. There's a lot of politics involved, and it can really wear you down if you let it. And that's never going to change. So I think you have to, stay positive. Don't be naive, but I think also be involved in the process because it allows you to see all sides of it and reminds you of what you're doing and that it is important. Well, when I got a call that I won this award, I was surprised, and my first instinct was to go check to see who filled out the form and see who was responsible for this. But I'd just like to thank the support of my colleagues, those who nominated me, I suppose. And as a good friend of mine always said, in any job, there's always the share of trouble and problems, and we all have those. But if you really enjoy it, focus on what you're doing in your classroom, and it's worth it.